Good morning, Monica. It's Jessica Peterson. Thank you so much for speaking with me the other day and accepting this free video on behalf of Monterey Bay Solutions. I am super excited that you accepted this video because I know when you apply the strategies I'm about to show you, it's going to make a huge difference for your business. And I know this because we've applied this exact same strategy with over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys. And it has made a huge difference. And in some, they not only got more jobs and hired more people and helped more people, but they actually reached dreams that they never thought were even possible. So I know that when you start applying these strategies today, it can have a similar impact for you guys, okay? So today we're going to talk about three main things. We're going to talk about your content, your citations, and your backlinks, okay? So here we are on your beautiful website. Love that you have separate service pages and service area pages. Awesome. You 100% have to have that. Love the contact forms and everything right up here, making it super easy for your customers. Really great job. So now content is key when it comes to ranking online. So content is everything. It's your written content. It's your images. Want to make sure your images are saved correctly. So damage, restoration services. So that's good. But I'd actually take these a step further. Go after those local keywords. So water damage restoration, Salinas. Water damage restoration, Monterey water damage restoration. Okay, there's multiple variations of how people search, so you want to use and capitalize on each of those keywords. Your written content is very, very important. It needs to be based around those local keywords because when people need your services, most of the time they don't know who you are, so they're not going to be searching for your business name. They are searching for those keywords. So this content has to be built around around those keywords, and it needs to resonate. Not just bland information, but information and content that actually resonates, makes your customers feel good to contact you. So it's really, really important to have the right type of content built around that. You need 1,500 words of content or more on your home page. If your competitors have 1,500 words, you need even more than that. You always need more than what they're doing. If they have 1,500, you want to shoot for at least 1,800 words of content. And so Google ranks your website based on this content. They send these little crawlers to your website and they scan all of your images, they scan all the text throughout your entire website, trying to understand who you are, what type of services you offer, where you offer those services, so that they can index you and send customers to your website. But when it doesn't have the right type of optimization, doesn't have the content, doesn't have the keywords, Google doesn't understand you. And so if they can't understand you, how can they send you customers? So it's really, really important you really dial in your content and keyword strategies for every service and service area. Okay? Capitalize on those different keyword variations. Now, when we talk content, we're not just talking about the content of your website, we're also talking about all the content that you guys put out, okay? So that can be your social media, that can be your Google business profile. It's critical that all of your content, no matter where it is, talks about your services, those local keywords. So that way Google's getting signals from all those areas about who you are so that they can send you customers. Now here on Google, as we all know, your customers are going to put in a search for one of the services they need, similar to this, okay? And you want your business to show up when they do that search. And there are 3 different areas on Google that your business can be in the top sections for. The first are going to be your ads. That'll be your local service ads like these and your cost per click ads. Okay, this can be a really beneficial spot and be quite profitable as long as you have everything dialed in. You have good landing pages. You're not sending things to a generic homepage. You have all that dialed in, it can be really profitable. But if you don't, it can be a huge money pit. So it's really, really important that you have those in place. And if not, we should probably focus on the other things before ads, okay? So this second section here, this is your Google Map Pack. Your goal is to be in the top 3 of this section here because 30% of people come straight here and they don't go anywhere else. So when you're not one of these 3 companies, you're leaving 30% of those jobs on the table and quite literally handing it to your competition, okay? So this is a really important spot to be in for all your services. Now, if you find that you're not in this position, then you need to further optimize this. You need, there's lots of factors that go into that ranking, but the number 1 factor are your citations. And that is simply the listing of your name, business name, your address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories like Yellow Pages, Yelp, Glassdoor, Better Business Bureau, and your social media pages are also considered citations. So you need a lot more of those citations than your competition. And the citations are so important because every single one of those sends different signals to Google to tell them who you are, what you do, and where you do it. So it's really critical that you have those in place. And then this third section here is the most important section. This is your organic section. You need your business to show up here in each area that you serve for each of your services, because 60 to 70% of people skip the ads and the maps and come straight here. So when you're not here, again, you're missing out on over 60% of your potential work every single month. So now in order to get here, this all comes down to the foundation of this website, having the proper pages, the proper content, keyword strategy, and then supporting it with your backlinks. But real quick, let's look at your top competitor, which was DKI, top competitor in Monterey for water damage. They have a good website. They got all the separate pages, just like you guys do, separate service area pages. They write blogs just like you do. They have a ton of blogs. They don't have nearly enough content on their homepage. I think you do have them beat on the homepage, but you still need at least 1,500 words. So you're making sure that you're getting indexed for everything possible so Google can send you customers. Okay, so these guys have a ton of blogs, ton of pages. These guys are beatable, but it will take a lot of work because, like I said, they have a ton of pages, a ton of blogs, which allows them to be indexed for so many more keywords and really drive that traffic to their website. And then, so having better content, better quality content, really dialing keyword strategy, and then supporting that with your backlinks. So backlinks are important because they're your power. So this is Ahrefs, a paid tool we use to tell us how your website is performing. We can see here you have a rating of a 9 out of 100 in Google's Trust Flow, which isn't too bad. I usually see a lot worse, so this is not bad. But definitely needs to be improved. So how you get this score and authority is based on the power you're sending to your website. Like every other tool and device in our life, they all require power. And we get that power to our website with backlinks and referring domains. So a referring domain is any other website that provides your website with a link from their website to your website. And the backlink is that physical link. If you think of it like plugging in your power tools, go into a power source, and that power sends power through the cord to fire up your device. That's the same way it works for your computer. So you need a lot of this power to make sure that you're pushing this power every single month. But it is important to understand that not all backlinks are good backlinks. You're only getting credit for one backlink per referring domain. And so the fact that you have over 600 and only have a 9 tells me you have a lot of spammy backlinks that are actually hurting you guys more than helping you guys, okay? So you really need to get good quality backlinks. This is a popularity contest. It has to be as closely related to what you guys do as possible. It can be from other websites that are other service, home service businesses. It could be vendors. But you need to keep it as related as possible, and that's going to help boost your authority, give you more trust, and Google's going to promote your website and help those keywords to rank. Now, you have an index for 70 keywords, but you're only getting about 16 people on average to your website organically every single month. And when we look at the keywords, there's 10 spots per page on Google. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 that are currently ranking on Google. And so you have a good couple keywords here. But you are not ranking on the rest. So you definitely need to work on your content keyword strategy and then having your backlinks SEO in place so that you can boost these rankings, get that traffic, and convert them into your customers. If we look at DKI, they have a rating of a 23 with 1,200 backlinks. So you need more than they have, but not just any backlinks. You want to get better quality backlinks, and then have more. But because they have tons of blog articles, tons of pages, they've been indexed for over 2,000 keywords, and they're getting over 900 people on average to their website every single month. So, as I said, can these guys be beat? Yes, they can, but it will take a good amount of time because there's a lot of work that you guys would have to do. But if you focus on the keyword and content strategy, your citations, and support it with backlinks, you absolutely can beat them. If you follow each of these tips I provided you today, your website has a huge opportunity to be able to dominate in the areas that you serve. Please feel free to take this information, run with it if you would like, and apply it yourself. But if you'd like a partner to help you get there, maybe move it along faster, at Peterson SEO, this is what we do. This is our specialty, and we specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys. So if you have any questions or you'd like to get on our calendar, go ahead. Feel free to respond to our email or give us a call, and we would be happy to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.